Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Sam, and if you're new here, hi, thank you for clicking on this video. If you're returning, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about a random topic that just came into my brain, and I was like, I need to speak on this. But it's about the idea of like lessons and tests from the universe. And I feel like I've had my good fair share of experience with tests from the universe. So I have some notes here, and I kind of just wanted to go over why the universe tests us, and like, there's just a lot. We'll get into it, okay? So if you're anything like me, you may have gotten some tests from the universe in your life, or you may still be going through tests in your life. So what are tests, right? Okay. So tests are things that happen to us when we change our mindset and the way that we like think, and like you really set the standard for yourself, like, this is what I want now. The universe hears that and then sends you these lessons and different things and experiences that are gonna either prove if you're ready or if you're not ready for the blessing that you're asking for, or the change, or the whatever it is that you're like trying to manifest into your life, right? Okay. So, for example, I'm just gonna give a random example of like what a test can be, right? You're like, I'm done with this job. I hate this job. This doesn't feel aligned for me. Like, I need a new job. Like, I need something else. So let's say you quit your job, whatever, and you're like wanting something like that you're really gonna enjoy, right? You have this job that's set up and it's perfect for you, and you like or think it's perfect, it's everything, and like it's exactly what you want. Everything seems really like perfect and aligned. So you apply to this job, whatever, and you get rejected, and now your life's crumbling down, and you're like, oh my god, I'm losing everything. Like, I took the leap of faith by leaving this old thing, and now I'm waiting for this new thing, and it just got rejected. First of all, I know this is so cliche, but like, rejection is redirection. It's rerouting you to something that is meant for you. So with that being said, yeah, it's actually, that happens right before you get the job that you're meant to have. That happens right before you are gonna get the perfect job that you never could have imagined. Things have to fall apart a little bit before they get better. And I know that's so cliche and so dumb, but it's so true. Like, in order to get the stuff you really, really want and the things you really ask God for, you have to kind of let things fall apart a little bit, okay? So these tests that we go through, they're not punishment, okay? They're confirmation from the universe of being like, this is what you want, right? Okay, well, I'm gonna throw this at you and see how you handle it. Are you gonna handle it the way that you used to handle it? Or are you gonna handle it with your new mindset and your new beliefs about yourself? How are you gonna handle it? So, yes, they're annoying. Yes, they're frustrating and really annoying, but you need to not look at it like that. You need to look at it like, you know what? I'm gonna take this as like confirmation that I'm closer to getting to what I want. Like, I'm getting closer, I'm taking a step forward. And as long as you handle the test in a way that aligns with how you want to be, like the new version of you that has everything you want, then you're going to take a step closer to getting what you actually want. You know what I mean? The universe is never against you. And like, this is something that I had to really learn, is like, I've thought a lot of times in my life, damn, God hates me. Damn, the universe literally just like is testing me again and again and again. Like, I feel like no matter what I do, like, they just keep sending me these things that are, like, I've had enough lessons. Like, I've gone through this a lot in my life where I've talked to God. I've been like, I've had enough lessons. Please just give me something I really want. You know what I mean? I'm over the lessons. I'm over the test. But you really need to reframe the way that you're looking at it, because the universe is never against you. The universe is actually always working with you, like right alongside you. And like, everything that happens to you, it's so cliche, but it's so true. Like, it's all part of your path, and it is leveling you up. Like, everything that happens to you is never, there's no setbacks, okay? There's no setbacks. Setbacks are only proof that like there was progress in the first place, you know what I mean? So the universe is checking on you to see if you're ready for something. And it's like, how are you gonna respond to this? Are you gonna go back into your old ways? Are you gonna fall back? Or are you gonna act in the way that you want to be now, you know? And so it's just like a little check-in she's doing on you, like, oh, how are you gonna deal with this, you know? So so when do tests come? They come after you decide that you have a new standard or a new intention in your life. Let's say I'm done with receiving love in this way. I'm done receiving love in a codependent dynamic. I'm done with receiving love only in toxic patterns. I'm done with receiving love, whatever it is, you know. I'm done receiving love in a way where I'm the only one putting in. Whatever way you're done receiving love, let's say you really state that for yourself and you're really like, I'm ready to make a difference here. Like, I'm ready to actually receive the right thing for me. Okay? Whenever you state a new intention and like you really are sitting with that, right? Like, that's something you really want, and you're holding yourself accountable to that, the universe listens, right? The universe listens, okay? And she's like, okay, well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you something, right? I'm gonna give you something and I'm gonna see. She's responding to your shift in your mindset. Are you really, do you really want a love that's healthy? Or what do you want, you know? So maybe she's gonna throw someone in your path that's like everything you want, like perfect. Oh my God, perfect. You're like this, right? But then, you, there's like this one thing, this one deal breaker that's like the same pattern you've been getting over and over. Right? What are you gonna do about that? She's like, what are you gonna do about that? Are you gonna choose yourself? Or what's gonna happen? And so when it feels like you're getting a lot of repeating patterns, it's because it's true. You are getting repeating patterns for a reason. As shitty as it is, I know. That's just how it is. So she's checking, like, do you really want this healthy love? Do you really want a love that's reciprocal on both ends? Or are you just gonna settle for something? Or are you gonna choose yourself or no? It's really a check-in of where you're at mentally with your desire of what you want, you know? So, the good thing about this is, like, tests come in when you're close to getting what you want, you know? You wouldn't get tests if you were, like, super far away from it. It's, like, a weird, fucked thing that happens. But I've been trying to fall in love with it. Not fall in love with it, but, like, come to peace with tests and be like, you know what? This is confirmation for me. Because you are going to see the same repeating dynamics over and over again until you really keep choosing. You just have to keep choosing yourself. I know that's crazy. I'm talking about specifically in dating, but this could be literally anything in your life at all. But like, you will see the same dynamics. And if you fall back, let's say for example, you're like seeing these repeating dynamics and you're like, fuck it, I'm going back to my ex. I'm over this shit. Which is repeating an old pattern, you know, going back to something, cycling back on something, whatever that is. And now you just restart the cycle. So I've seen this happen to people before, and it's sad because it's like, but it's hard to break cycles. It's hard to break cycles, obviously. But once you do, you're setting yourself up for like the next thing, you know what I mean? And sometimes you just have to say no to people, to things that don't align with you. You're like, I don't want that, you know? And it's hard to actually choose yourself and to like listen to your instincts and be like, I deserve more. It's hard. It's really hard. It's a lot of the times we like comfort. We like the like familiarity of things. That's just human nature. But anyways, next thing. So yeah, test mirror patterns to see if you're gonna like outgrow them or if you have outgrown them. So you'll see patterns in life. So everything in life is kind of like cycles and patterns, right? So whatever, let's say the pattern in your life is like you feeling super like you're abandoned all the time or whatever it is. Maybe that's something that happened in your childhood, and so now in your life you're like, you kind of just have this belief and like this pattern of feeling like abandoned, right? So you're gonna see that. You're gonna see evidence of like feeling that way. And And until you are able to walk away from something that makes you feel that way, you're gonna see these like patterns of like these things. And it's like, are you gonna step forward in this, or are you gonna like go back to feeling like that and choosing to believe that, you know? So these tests reflect like our old identity and like what we used to think or feel. This is all about like going backwards, you know, and like the limiting beliefs you used to have at one point, whatever it is. But the cool thing about a test, right, is that the universe is giving you like opportunity, right? Of like, you get to choose again. You get to choose. What are you going to put up with? What are you not going to put up with? What are you going to feel? What are you not going to feel? And so, like, it's God's way of giving us, like, a chance again, I guess, of, like, how are you going to deal with this? So, sorry, my throat is really itchy. I have, like, super bad allergies. Universe loves repetition and lessons. So, like, you could imagine, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, in your life, if there's been lessons that you feel like you've been repeating it over and over and over again, you're like, I want a break. Like, I've been there, you know? It's asking you, when you go through this, it's asking you to not give your old reaction, how you would have reacted to something, let's say your old self, right? It's asking you to react in a way that you didn't before, in a way that's going to align with like the new version of you that you want to be. You know what I mean? If you're trying to be a certain kind of person, you just need to be a certain kind of person. You know what I mean? Like, you can embody the person that you want to be, who has everything she wants. Like, there's nobody telling you can't do that. You know what I mean? So, like, let's say I want to embody a person that has all the money in the world, whatever bullshit I want to have, right? I can embody that right now. I don't have to be here and, like, acting any other type of way. I can embody that. And so, like, it's about a way, it's about, are you going to react to things in the way of, like, a person, your dream, let's say the dream person that you want to be. You need to react to everything in that way. And I know it's, like, hard. It's hard to say that and, like, actually do that. But, like, as best as you can, embody that dream version of you who's, like, evolved. You know what I mean? Nobody's telling you that you have to live in the past. Nobody's telling you that you have to repeat the same cycles. You know, you're choosing that at a point, and I know it's, like, sorry, but at a point you are choosing cycles because you're contributing to them instead of, like, getting out of them. And when you break a cycle, whoo, that's the most freeing feeling in the world. And it's doable. It is doable to break cycles. It really is. I know it's easier said than done, but I've done it. So it's like anybody can do it. Anybody can break a cycle if you just choose to do that. But yeah, don't choose the old reaction. With the version of you that has everything you want, engage in this energy. And that's how you're supposed to react to things. When something comes up in your life that kind of throws a wrench in your fucking plans, you're like, are you gonna react? Are you gonna react and freak out like you used to? Or are you gonna, like, be the new version of yourself who doesn't react like that? And it's okay to have feelings about things. Like, I'm not saying don't feel and, like, ignore everything, because no. Have feelings, you can react a little bit, but, like, don't let it dictate everything for you, because now you're just sitting in that, you know? And so, you could change your reactions, you could change your thoughts. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but you really can. Like, you really have control over this shit, and you're able to really, like, change the way that you see things, your perspective, if you choose to. But it's a choice, it's a conscious choice that you have to, like, choose, you know? It's not easy, but you can do it. So yeah, so when you pass these tests from the universe, right? Let's say, for example, you know what? No, I'm not dealing with this shit. I'm not gonna keep feeling unwanted. I'm not gonna keep feeling like I'm not number one choice. Like, I'm gonna walk away from that, right? Whatever it is. You're unlocking a new level. And even if it doesn't feel like it right now, you are. You are doing it as we speak. You're shifting a timeline into a version of you that's, like, evolved. Like you're moving up, you're leveling up, okay? Even if it doesn't feel like it, you are. When you don't go back to something, or you don't react in a way that, like, the old you might have, it's like saying, like, I'm ready for more. Like, you're literally giving the universe the green light. You know what? I'm ready for more, because you know what? I'm not letting that tear me down. No, I'm not. no, I'm going to sit in my power, and I'm ready for more. I'm ready to receive. Whatever blessings you have for me, God, give it to me, you know? So the reward comes after the test, after you pass them. And, like, recently, I had a little bit of a test in my life recently, and I, like, recognized it as soon as it happened. I was like, damn, that's crazy. And, like, I didn't anticipate it to be a test at first, but then it ended up being, and I was like, fuck. And now I'm very well sat with the fact that that's what that was, and I'm like, okay, I have peace with it. I'm not gonna, like, tweak out. I don't tweak out about shit anymore. There's no reason to. It's okay. It's okay. Everything sets you up for success. That's literally, like, the motto I tell myself is, like, everything happens for a reason. Everything's setting me up for success. I'm not gonna dwell on something. I'm not. Like, there's no reason to dwell on shit. Okay? Everything's rerouting you. Nothing is a rejection. Nothing is... No, that doesn't exist. Because everything is just always pointing you in the right direction and the path you're supposed to be on. So, like, why am I gonna sit here and, like, even, like, have 2 seconds of overthinking a situation when I know that that situation is just, like, propelling me to the next thing, you know? So yeah, tests aren't setbacks. They're not. And also, like I said, setbacks are proof that there was progress. Look at your progress. Sometimes you need to step back and be like, damn, I did that. Like, sometimes you need to sit back and be like, oh my gosh, like, look at how far I've come. Because a lot of the times people don't give themselves enough credit for, like, how far they've come in their lives with things or whatever it is. Like, sit back and really just, like, look at yourself and be like, damn, I did that shit. And have a little bit more self-compassion for yourself, because people also tend to lose the self-compassion, and they're trying to be perfect, and they're trying to, you know, if I want to get this thing, then I need to be perfect, and I need to do everything right. No, just have compassion for yourself, and always trust that, like, the next thing is coming for you. So you're proving the readiness for, like, the blessing that you want in your life, the thing that you want, with your actions. So how you react to things, how are you acting when things go south? You're proving the readiness for your blessings with your actions, okay? General, say no to the old and yes to the new. Life is full of cycles, okay? Like, sometimes we just gotta get rid of our old self. We gotta kill her, okay? Not kill her, but, like, because I didn't kill my old self. Like, my old self still exists somewhere in there, but she's changed. So, you do have to kind of purge your old self a little bit here and there. Like, sometimes I'm like, I would have never, like, sometimes the version of me now, I'm like, I would never react that way that I did in that time. But now, I'm like, progress, like, because I would never do that now. And so, like, it's also just about looking at yourself and be like, you know what? Period. Like, just being proud of yourself and having that self-compassion, because it's like, it's hard. We're hard on ourselves, you know? But yeah, tests will show up again and again until you're strong enough to pass them. And so, kind of just wrap this up, like I said, the self-compassion thing of, like, hold space for yourself to make mistakes, or to, you know, if you do fall back into a cycle a little bit, like, that's okay. But learn from it. Everything in life is about learning, okay? So when you notice yourself falling back into a cycle, or, like, being drawn back to something, like, really sit with yourself and be like, okay, it's okay, I'm acknowledging this, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to engage in that. And, like, I think it's just about having, like, self-awareness, too. Bitches need to be more self-aware. Like, one thing I learned about myself is I'm very extremely self-aware, like, almost too self-aware to where it hurts, okay? Like, I don't know what made me that way, but, like, I'm just very self-aware, and, like, I know the reason I do things. I realize, I recognize patterns. I'm like, fuck. Like, some people don't have the capability for that. So it is hard when you're super self-aware, because you're like, fuck. Like, you see yourself doing it to yourself. And you know what? Like, Sit back, recognize it. Don't punish yourself for shit though, okay? Don't punish yourself for shit, because like when tests come up and shit, it's hard to not react to them, okay? Like, for example, this is like a dumb ass example, okay? But like I had a TikTok account. I didn't have that many followers, but like I had a good amount of followers to where I was super, like, I really loved my account. I loved my mutuals. I loved my community I kind of built. I was like, this is fun. This is great. I love this account. It was really fun for me, and you know, I've been hoping that this year I could like grow that and maybe have even more of a community online and whatever that may be, right? Major test, the universe is like, actually somebody hacked your account. So I got hacked. Yeah, I got hacked in March, and I haven't received my account back, and it's now like late May. So that's insane. But I'm like, you know what? I think it's just propelling me towards something better, and I'm not gonna sit here and look at it like, poor me, my account's hacked, I'm gonna kill myself. Yeah, no. I'm not, like, it's fine. I don't use TikTok right now. Like, I haven't used it since then because I'm just like, it's kind of annoying. But I also just have faith that like it'll work out and everything will be okay. It's not easy, but you just need to have faith more when things like that go wrong. Like for example, that. So I'm not seeing it as like a setback for me. I'm like, okay, we're moving forward. It's okay. So, yeah, you just need to reframe the way you look at things sometimes and really just like give yourself that space. But if you're going through a test right now, I just want you to know, like, it's gonna be okay. Truly, it's gonna be okay. You're so close to getting to what you want. Like, you're this close to getting what you want. And, hold on a little bit longer. Keep doing everything right like you have been. And like really acknowledge yourself and be like, period, you know? Because a lot of people, the fact that you even clicked on this video realizes that you're in tune with yourself and that you're recognizing a test in your life as a test, you know? And so that's the first step, is being like, okay, what's this teaching me? And everything is going to teach us. And sometimes it's a hard lesson and it's hard things we have to go through, but that's life. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget the universe loves you and God loves you and you got this. So, you'll be good. You'll be good. Just trust. Okay?